Today I'm here to talk about something that's very important to me. My name is Heather Barrett and I'm a senior nursing student at Edinburgh. Throughout my experiences in clinical and practicum and my own personal experiences, I've seen the effects of heart attacks and stroke. So today I'm going to teach you how you can potentially save someone's life. According to the CDC, every 40 seconds someone's experiencing a stroke. In that same 40 seconds, someone is experiencing a heart attack. To stress how important that is, that's approximately the amount of time since my presentation began. So that's how fast it can be before someone is experiencing a heart attack or a stroke. Every year, about 790,000 Americans experience a heart attack. Heart disease is the #1 leading cause of death in the United States. Every year, about 795,000 Americans experience a stroke. Stroke is the 5th leading cause of death in the United States. In one survey, only 38% of people knew the symptoms of a heart attack and a stroke and when to call 911. I know statistics are boring and it's easy to think that you or someone you know will never become one of those statistics, but I'm here to tell you that it is possible that you might. So it's important to be prepared in case that happens. I see the effects of heart attacks and strokes every day through my clinical experiences. During heart attack and stroke, timely intervention is necessary to maintain quality of life. If someone's not feeling well or you notice that something's different or off about them, do not ignore these signs. You could save someone's life by remembering these 2 simple things. FAST is an acronym to help you remember the symptoms of a stroke. So, the F stands for a facial droop. Ask someone to smile. If one side of their mouth is drifting downwards, that is indicative that they might be experiencing a stroke. You can also tell them to stick their tongue out. If it deviates to one side or the other, that could also be a potential sign that they're experiencing a stroke. A stands for arms, so ask the person to hold both arms out. If someone's experiencing a stroke, they likely won't be able to hold them up without resistance. One arm tends to drift down. S stands for speech. Ask them to repeat a simple sentence. If they repeat it and it's backwards or funny, that's also a sign, hey, they might be experiencing a stroke. And T stands for time to call 911 if you notice any of those signs. STOP can be used to remember the symptoms of a heart attack. So S stands for shortness of breath. If someone can't catch their breath and they have any of these other signs, it's very likely that they could be having a heart attack. The T in STOP stands for tightness in the chest. O are the other important symptoms such as heart palpitations, weakness, or dizziness. And P stands for pain in the throat, jaw, neck, or back. Also, the arms is a very indicative sign. If they have a pain down their left arm typically, that's also another sign that they could be having a heart attack. So to recap, if you believe that someone might be having a heart attack or a stroke, you need to remember those 2 simple words, FAST and STOP. F stands for facial droop, A is the arms, S is the speech, T is time to call 911, and STOP is shortness of breath, tightness in the chest, other important symptoms, heart palpitations, pain, and P stands for pain. Pain in the throat, neck, arms, back. If something just doesn't feel right or if something's off, do not ignore these symptoms. If you see these, you need to call 911. The faster they get to the hospital and get medical attention, the more likely they are to survive, and not only survive, but maintain their quality of life. That's the most important part. After you have a heart attack or a stroke, you likely have limitations in your daily life, so keeping the patient on the way to medical attention is very important. And always remember that one important number, 911, if you see any of these things happening.